Be careful. You might learn something.
Let's go.
You are now tuned in to the Factual Opinions Podcast with your hosts. I am Pharaoh. Straight facts.
Welcome back, World Factual Opinions Podcast. This is season 2, episode 13. We're calling this Family Ties. Family Ties for a couple reasons. Number one, want to give a shout out right out the gate to my big brother, Dustin Andrew Brantley. Tragically passed away last year due to complications from COVID. Today is his birthday, would have been his 43rd birthday. So
happy birthday, big bro.
Happy birthday, brother. We miss you, boss.
And it's called Family Ties because we have young cuz coming through.
Yeah, for sure.
There's blood and then there's family.
Mm-hmm.
And I got young Yoda coming through, my little cousin. Y'all got to excuse him for being late. He went to the wrong address, the old
Timeless studio.
Timeless address on Montana. So he'll be here in a few minutes. But definitely wanted to go ahead and get started because we have a lot to talk about today, musically and sports-wise. So want to start while Cuz is on his way here with the Kendrick Lamar. Go ahead, sit that down, Nate. The Kendrick Lamar album that just came out. I think it's fire. Everybody was waiting for it.
For sure.
Opinions, gentlemen.
Don't ask me. I'm biased. It's bars. I don't care what.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So I get To Pimp a Butterfly vibes. The reason I say that because there's songs in between, and you know what I mean. So I kind of get those kind of vibes.
A little bit, but that's the only Kendrick album I wasn't too high on. I didn't really care for that one.
It grew on me.
It was only 2 songs on The Pimp a Butterfly that I like, but
it grew on me.
This one get a go. I like
yeah, for sure. I like how he put Kodak in there too. So he letting everybody know, like I fool with the young generation.
Hey, Kodak is my guilty pleasure. I'm
trying to get my mic situated, y'all. So excuse me. So
I mess with brother Kodak. He need a check. He is. I work with people that like Kodak. He need a check.
Yeah, man.
Certified.
Kodak. I ain't even gonna hold you. Kodak is low key like on some. I don't care.
Fried.
Yeah, he definitely fried. He definitely fried. And the thing is, he don't care.
Right. But I love it.
Yeah, it's just it's different.
What he say is ignorant, and I love it.
Yeah. He touching all the bases. That's really what it is.
Right.
But my thing is, I'm gonna say this. We all know Kendrick is lyrically there. We know he is definitely one of the top MCs in the game, and we know that. It's just sometimes I feel like some of his songs are like just a little off and far off than what I'm used to.
That's because, Nate, you already said, man, if you listen to lyrical rap too long, you get a headache, bro. So we already had that conversation. Mm-hmm. So you already know how you get. You got to have some ratchet stuff in between there. So
yeah, for sure.
For me, it's relaxing, man. Kendrick has always been a favorite of mine. I got this picture on my profile with J. Cole, Kendrick, and Crit that say the heart, the soul, you know, with them, man. And it's definitely dope, bro.
Okay. And I apologize, y'all. We get situated today. We're a little off. So, and again, I didn't at the beginning. Of course, this is your host. I am Pharaoh. I'm flanked by the Brown Bruce Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Will West, the best. Nate just got up. We got our fantastic engineer, Lee, again, helping us out today. And again, waiting the arrival of young Yoda, hip-hop artist, viral MC,
yes, sir,
for a number of reasons that we'll touch base on. As far as Kendrick goes, look, I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Bruh.
He's one of the few, I don't want to call him young guys because he's same age or 1 year older than me.
Like pretty much like if you look at it in football terms, he's our draft class. He's our age.
Yeah, right.
So guys like him, Cole, Drake, Crit, Big Sean, they are age. So they are draft class. So they would have been, they the last of the last. You know what I mean? They the last group. You know what I mean? They the last, draft class for our age.
Well, and honestly, a lot of people have been talking about some other vibes in hip hop. I know in group chat, Nate brought it up yesterday. Your favorite group, By the way, I love the Malcolm X.
Yeah, man. You know, I had to be militant today. You know,
brother Malcolm, Minister Malcolm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Slaughterhouse.
Don't talk about them, man.
Well, we got to because we got to get some fillers till Cuzzo get here to Slaughterhouse. You know, I don't particularly care for Joe Buttons anyway, because again, this man, no matter who he does business with, no matter who he's friends with, it always seems to be an issue.
Yes.
There was an issue with Complex. Now I got to lead the setup that I had with Academics. Then you get a show of the Joe Button podcast with Rory and Maul. Everybody fell in love with that show. Was number one for I don't know how many years. Now I got an issue with Rory and Maul. I got to fire him on the air and then try to sell it to you on Patreon. When I was a rapper, it was an issue with Def Jam. Hove was holding me back. You know, it's always an issue. We got young Cuzzo stepping in the building now.
But it's crazy, man, because I love Joe music so much, man. I don't want to turn a blind eye to everything you said. But he's so dope, man. I just love it. And plus, Slaughterhouse is one of my favorite groups. This was one point in time I stopped listening to rap music, so Slaughterhouse brought me back. You know, them 4 MCs on their own are dope, but put them all together, it's a problem.
Absolutely. Look, I ain't gonna take nothing away from Joey as an MC, but speaking of MCs, we getting him set up right now. Young Yoda in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lord. What's going on, my peoples,
What's going on, brother? Man, you looking good, bro.
Man, I'm trying, man.
I know when I see money.
Look, right?
I know when I see money.
I was gonna ask, could I borrow something? But like, I gotta give them the breakdown though, just because we talking about money, right? You say I look good. Though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did it like this, OG, right?
Yes, sir.
$4 from the gas station. It's now about 110. He's probably about 120. You know,
Yeah.
Each mismatched socks. I don't know what shoes about 1,100.
See?
I came out like
Is them the money yachties?
Man, these the Roberto Cavallis. I don't even know why I bought them. I think they ugly as hell.
I don't know. That's how to buy, you know.
I don't even know why I bought them.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
That shit.
That's how you know when you in a different tax bracket. I don't know what the hell that. I don't even know what he just said, but I just heard 1,100.
Big John, no, I got the Ben and Jerry's. I'm like, I don't even know why I got these shoes.
Yeah.
I think I wore them a couple times just cause I ain't had no shoes.
I'm straight old school. We got the 13s jumping off. You know,
we are. You know, me and Nate got the 12.
We on a 12 wave right now.
I'm on so much of a different path now. That's why I'm like, I don't know why I bought them. You know?
Yeah.
Right now, the path I'm on, man, it's so amazing, man. That's why I always say, man.
Man, it's a blessing, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, and I'm proud of you, man.
Man, for definitely having me here, man.
Yo, so let me give a proper introduction because this is what I do on here. There's blood and there's family.
Yes, sir.
We got family right here. You want to talk about somebody I've literally known since this brother came into the world? Sure. Right here. So I call him Cuzzo. The world knows him as Yoda. Yeah. You know, if he want to say his government name, that's on him. We don't have to say it.
Sounds good. My mama named me, so I gotta be. You know what I mean?
You know, so my mom said, make sure you tell Jamie I said hi. Yeah, you know how Miss Karen is. You know,
Mama Karen.
She ain't gonna call you Yoda, but she love you.
It's all good.
So no, man, you know, this rap game in Cincinnati, I remember when you started off with Blackjack back in the day.
Man, it's a long time.
People don't know, since this is a primary sports, but we dabble in music. Y'all don't know this young man was quite the running back before he started spitting bars back in the day, though. Yeah. You know, till he ran into the Madisonville Tigers. So, no, man, but as far as projects go and stuff, I made everybody check back. Mm-hmm. You know, we all listen to your music and stuff, but I wanted everybody to come up with their favorite track or whatever. I know Big John loves the If I Ruled the World freestyle.
That freestyle was dope,
that
man.
you did out in L.A.
He actually sent that to me a couple months ago, man, before we even thought about having you on. I was like, wow. I said, that's dope. I said, man, who back? First of all, who backyard he in, number one. Number two, I was like, bro, he was spitting, bro. That was dope.
Talking this talk. Yeah. Mine is the GD. I ain't. GD? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I just was like, ooh.
That's the one.
Who told him to do this?
My personal favorite.
Who told you to do that?
Besides all of them, my personal favorite is Free 7. You know what I'm saying? When you was walking through the junkyard, you know, you had the little gangster pop boy, you know, in the snow. I thought that was real gangster, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. I like hearing that, man. I just like hearing it from, you know, seeing it from different viewpoints, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody ear different and, you know, what they like. So I just, you know, That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. You got viewers. We see that. We see the viewers.
I gotta keep going, man. And
yeah, man.
The gas, man. You know, sometimes you deal with real life. So I always had to tell myself that with trying to be an artist and deal with real life, like stay focused, like try to overcome all the obstacles. Cause it be days I wake up and be like, fuck this shit, man. But then it be things like this when y'all tell me things like that, like damn, I could go harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you got it. And you know me, cuz I ain't gonna say it unless I really believe that.
And I'm gonna come from being a former manager of music and dealing with Poloville and dealing with other little rap groups in the city.
Fuck with
Longest thing you have to do is keep your grind. Keep your grind. You got to keep your grind and keep your focus. Once you keep your grind and your focus, that's one lane by itself. Everything else around it. That's what I always teach when I was telling people. I'm like, but you can always, music will always be here because that's your go-to, because that's your comfort. That's like my daughter walking around a blanket. Her blanket is her comfort. So the music, when it comes to the music, is easy for you to do because that's something like second nature. You ain't even thinking about it. So you just working. Like, all right, I'm doing this. Everybody like, damn, this live. Bro, I just was doing this because it's just second nature to me. I don't know nothing else. So
and you know me, because it's all love. That's what I want you to focus on, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Leave the other stuff alone, man.
And it's crazy, man. Me and Brother Al were just actually talking about a couple other Cincinnati artists that had a little buzz. And I ain't gonna name no names, but they took their foot off the gas.
Took their foot off the gas.
The thing is, when you got people's ear and you got a buzz, mash the gas.
I've dealt with
bro,
5 different artists in the
that's and that's in any whether you playing sports, in business world, keep your foot on the gas, keep your foot on the neck, because once you stop, it's over.
It's like it never existed.
Right. And it's always somebody working harder than you. It's always somebody doing what they need to do. So you got to keep your foot on the gas.
Man, I needed to hear that though, bro, because that's been my problem now. Because for real, I'm really transitioning right now. You know, sometimes when you transition to something, you know what I mean, different than what you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, battles occur with it. Right. So I kind of been like with the music, like, man, I was just mashing, but I kind of been letting my foot off. And I was just talking to my partner today. He's like, bro, it's time. You got to get your chill. You got to let a video or something drop today.
Right. So my thing is, with you being an artist and out of this city, you know we the mud. We definitely the mud. This is something I always teach. Our mud different due to the fact once our mud is gone, we don't know what to do without that mud.
Right.
So you just got to keep moving and you got to keep going. You got to, like I tell everybody, sometimes you got to leave the city for the city to know who you is. And you know that firsthand.
Which brings up, a good point that I wanted to get to, because obviously you left and came back. You had a little buzz and you came back. You went to the West Coast. Yeah. What did you learn, you think, from like your time in Cali and Vegas that had you even more lit when you came back home?
Man, patience. Patience was one, you know what I mean? But shit, sky's the limit, bro. You know what I mean? It was shit that I did, bro. I would never even imagine or thought that it could happen. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, you know what I mean? I always been a student of the game, so anything I was taught, I learned out there, soaked it like a sponge. And I ain't gonna do nothing. Bring it back here and just drop it on my niggas or whoever else need it. You know what I mean?
So we got one thing that I want to get in before I forget also. So we had a little buzz, little heated argument, debate going on our last episode. We left off with everybody does a top 5 sports, music, or whatever. We did a not top 5 MC list. Now, don't have to be a diss necessarily. It could just be somebody you mess with, but would never be in your top 5. Or it could be somebody that you just don't feel. So yeah, it is kind of a diss. If you had to do a hip hop top 5 all-time artists not in your top 5, that would never be in your top 5.
Never. Ain't crossed your mind.
Who would the 5 be? Now this fool, he almost didn't make it back.
Yeah, he almost make it home.
Because his number 1 was Tupac.
I'm still here.
And that was like
I'm still here.
Intolerable for me.
And here's the thing. I gave a disclaimer last episode. I like him as an artist. But everybody else that I love that I grew up listening to, he just wouldn't be in my top 5. It's also some other variables. We ain't gonna get into that because we ain't got all day. But go ahead, brother.
And I made people mad because I had Dwayne Carter as my number 1. Right. And I had Aubrey, a.k.a. Drake, as my number 2.
Your cousin was in here acting crazy.
Look, if you had a top 5, Yoda's top 5.
Not top 5.
Who would just never make your top 5.
Who just never be there.
And you can even like their music. It ain't even got to be.
It's just they ain't good enough to be in your top 5.
That's hard because it's just like, I don't know.
It was hard.
Listen to people that I really
So who is your top 5 then?
Who is something you ain't? Who ain't somebody you
your
not
top
go
5 all
to
time, like
ever.
greatest
Okay,
MC?
we gonna give him, since it's easy, we gonna give him who is his top 5.
My top 5?
Yeah, go ahead with your top 5.
All right, they might not be auto in order, but they damn near.
Yeah, they there.
Shampoo.
Okay.
I like
I'm
that
gonna
one.
say one.
I like that.
Shampoo, I'm sorry what happened to him. Getting
Yeah,
reported.
man.
One of my always be my favorite.
That's different. That's what's up.
Jada. Okay.
You definitely get
gotta put Jada. And I could really sit here and say Jay-Z. I was really in 4th grade listening to Blueprint, had both of the albums. Like I was really like listening.
You couldn't ignore him. You can't ignore him.
All right, now I gotta add this one next. Nas.
Okay.
All right, and this is gonna cap it off. Kevin Gates.
Whoa, Kevin Gates.
I like K Gates, the philosopher, more than I do the rapper, the MC, the jewels that he's dropping. You know, currently, but he's dope still.
Yeah,
you know.
I just the last album was the one that did it for me. I'm like, I was a little lost.
Yeah,
a little lost. Like,
you like the last album too?
Nah, I wasn't. The one prior to that, that's still on my playlist. So I mean,
and I'm not the only
didn't. That last one just kind of threw me off.
You're not the only person. What?
I'm not the only person that didn't have Tupac in his top 5. So
you know what?
Pac wasn't in my top 5.
Pac,
he wasn't
if it was a top 10, Pac would have made it. Even if it was a top 6, he would have probably been my next. You know what I mean?
Fact.
No, when I really think of my top 5, like I like Lil Baby, I like all them, but when I really think of MCs, I'm really trying to think of them one type of MCs like that I really, because you know everybody get different vibes. I don't listen to the same music every day.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I can't listen to too much. I got the 30 and I got the
and
Punch King.
I clap when you said Jada because I'm probably the residential biggest Locks fan in the world.
Jada.
So that's
man.
That's where it's
Jada
different.
In like 3rd grade when it was the Locks. I remember my brother had got it for me. He went to one of their shows.
That's what's up.
Shout out Big Bro. Rashad Holloway.
Yeah, shout out, bro.
Mookie, as I used to know him back in the day. I'm saying I'm taking cats back.
Yeah, he saying nicknames and governments.
In K Heights,
you dropping names, bro. You dropping names.
You know,
right?
But no, man. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. I seen another one of your interviews where you was talking about exactly what you was doing now, which I'm so proud of you. I know you got the Too Many Hustles to Be Broke jumped off. I seen you when you had the articles of corporation and everything in the LLC. So super proud of you for that. I know what direction you going in, which is the right direction. But, you know, I got to ask about it, bruh. And you know, I hit you up about it on IG when you posted the video. So you can dance around it or we can get into it, whatever. You went viral. You've gone viral a few times, but you know which one I'm going after.
For sure.
So I actually thought it was funny because it's needed. You know, ass whoopings are something that's missing from today's cultures, whether we talk about raising kids or just in general, there ain't no consequences. We just had a tragedy over the weekend in Buffalo, you know, the mass shooting up there, which is becoming all too common, man. So what has to take place for young Yoda to take off his belt and whoop a grown man's, you know what?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't know. That's why I be saying everything unorthodox. I always feel like I'm always a nigga who will do some shit like just so ballistic. Like, why you do it like this and like this? So it was just really one of them situations, man, for real. Like, you know what I mean? RP my grandpa, he had died. You know what I mean? I was real booze, drinking out of my body. You know what I mean? But I had a situation with somebody, and you know what I mean? At the end of the day, do I feel bad for it? No. Could it have been handled different? Possibly, yeah. I mean, I feel it's humiliating. You know what I mean? Because I know how I would have reacted if somebody would have. Number one, ain't nobody gonna try to do that and play with me like that. Because I don't do fuck shit. You know what I mean? I respect law. I don't do fuck shit. So at the end of the day, you know, I ain't gonna get into depth on personally what had happened, but just be glad. I would tell the people, be glad I whooped him. Because for what he did, niggas
it could have been worse. It'd have been worse.
100% fact. Yeah. For what he did, niggas would have killed him. And I know that for a fact. Or probably put their fist on him. So you know what? They gonna say, oh, you was too big. They gonna say, oh, he a little. That's a grown man still.
For sure.
He might be 29, he might be 23, 24, but guess what? So
he's still a man.
Don't steal from nobody.
He's still a man.
Bro,
but then look, it came to light though. Now look, this how everything worked though. This is just how God worked. So after that happened, right? I know y'all seen him on the internet another time. And then I know y'all seen him on the internet another time, right? That's 3 times. So it just come to show you. I wasn't wrong. Yoda I handled it different. I'm unorthodox. Let me do something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me do some different ass shit.
so show them who I am.
I asked my nigga though. I said, bruh, let me see your belt. They start laughing. I swear to God, it's a true story. I said, let me see your belt, bruh. Because mind you, I had on sweats. I ain't had no belt. So
you didn't in the video.
I said, let me see your belt, bruh. He like, bruh, I'm about to whoop him with my belt. They laughing like, bruh, no, you ain't. I'm about to whoop him with my belt. Mind you, I'm about to whoop him on the dance floor. I really spared it. So I never said this in no interview. So this is exclusive and raw.
Yes, sir.
I went to go tell them, like, come on, man, go buy me a drink or something. We about to go out. Because I ain't want to do it on the dance floor.
Yeah, you ain't want to expose him too bad.
But if I'd have did it, that would have been really next level. But that's what make me unorthodox. So shit, them niggas think I'm lying. I said, nigga, my grandpa, he just died a couple days ago. Nigga, I'm whooping him with a belt. So you know how niggas get the, oh, he's serious. I said, watch out.
Yeah.
Give me the belt. I did what I said I was going to do, you know? But now, like, I did try to grow from the situation too, though, because at first, you know, that was some funny ass shit. I get it. You know what I mean? It's going to always be something people laugh for, but I don't really feel bad for doing this shit, but I probably shouldn't have did that. It would have probably made more sense probably if I would have just punched on him or something, but I don't know, man.
I'm going to say this. In that situation, you know what he did. He deserved consequence. Sometimes consequence different.
Yeah.
It work every way different. Sometimes me yelling at my son is enough because my voice elevated and he embarrassed in front of everybody. Sometimes that's enough.
Right.
Embarrassment sometimes is enough, but embarrassment also reacts people killing. If we realize that now.
That's humiliation.
Yeah, humiliation.
Humiliation
Yeah, for sure.
It was.
But at the same time, you just was letting it be known like that ain't cool. This ain't what it is.
And I kept trying to make it right before it happened, man. And that's really had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't got to steal from me. I get a nigga's shirt off.
And the crazy part about it is, just like you mentioned, man, if he did what he did, a lot of people could have took his life.
Yeah.
And you did what you did. Now, maybe you shouldn't have whooped him. Maybe that was a little bit too far.
It was.
But like you said, you could have put your fist to him. Either way, you ain't take his life.
I don't care what nobody say a fist ain't worse than
that's what
a fist is worse than a whooping.
I work with kids. I try to tell them all the time. One day my kids came to me, they asked me, hey, Mr. Hill, can we put the gloves on? I said, yes, you can.
Yeah.
I'd rather you do that than go pick up a pistol and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that's so much of the route I'm heading into, brother. Like how you say you work with kids, that's the transition I'm on. I want to go to these youth facilities, these detention, DYS. Let me come talk to y'all. Because when they got this, and you know, I mean no disrespect to I'm not a racist at all, but you know, yeah, these white guys coming there.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Billy with this suit on. Joe Billy ain't never been in trouble. He don't come from no background. Them kids can't feel you.
Right.
So you let this brother or whatever come in there, they gonna smell that. They gonna feel that. Because I ain't gonna come in there with a facade and a suit on. I'm gonna give it to you raw.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna just tell you my story on, you know, what I think you should do and what you shouldn't do, what's gonna how you end up back in here. Because I feel like I could walk that walk now because what I did, I don't do no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you a funny story real
Before
quick.
you do that, Nate, you know, and that's what it's about. It's about the progression.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
And that's what I'm happy to see, bro, because you always had the talent to do whatever you want to do. Like I
Yeah,
said,
for sure.
Whether it was sports, music, whatever. I'm just happy that you on the right route and doing what you need to do. But obviously, you know, the great Eazy-E once said, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, for sure.
You was lit. It only helped, bruh.
Right.
But I'm glad we progressed upon, you know, different ways of handling situations and everything. Like you said, it's key to get somebody that's walked the walk, somebody that look like them, come in and talk to them because they can actually feel it and identify with, man. So you got baby girl now, too.
Man.
How old is she now?
Man, she a year and 3 months.
Wow, man.
It's a tough situation with that too. That's why my transition is so for real, because it's like, let me put this backpack on. Like I'm fighting with the courts right now to be a father, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
don't stop fighting.
And I'm not gonna stop fighting.
You bet. Oh my gosh, don't. I go through it and everything.
Can't even see my child. I don't get to see my child. You know, but it is.
Do not stop fighting. You stop fighting, then they ain't gonna care. You keep fighting, they ain't got no choice but to care.
For real. And it's messed up because I just had her in my life, man. It's just, it was too easy. It wasn't no problems with it. Like, I just feel like when a woman see, man, everything going too easy, they got to find a way to make something a problem. They just it can't be easy.
That's what I was just talking about.
That's how I feel. They can't make it easy. If it's so simple for me on Sunday, hey, whatever day, hey, you dropping her off or I'm coming to get her. That's how simple I made shit. But when it ain't like that for them, they want to hit you for miscellaneous shit through the week. We ain't giving them no play. I'm just being a daddy and co-parent. They don't like that. It's too easy. You getting her too easy. We ain't having no problem. They got to make one, bro. They got to.
I got a partner that's going to remain nameless that has been there from day one, married to this chick. She decided one day that she woke up, didn't want to be married after 7 years. Baby is like 2 now. And my brother's paying a little less than $1 a month as child support for a chick that purposely moved back in with their parents and is just doing whatever. So, it's a lot of Ray Rays and Pookies or Jacobs or Rileys out there not doing their business as a father.
For sure.
But when you have guys that want to and are actually trying to take care of their kids, that's where it really pisses me off.
The part that hurts so bad, bro.
Yeah, the part of taking care of kids is really what bothers mothers because they wanted more than you just being a father. They wanted you to be their man for the long term. So when it changes or the situation how they want it, then that's what really the problem kicks in because you're not with them no more. I realized that it took me till I turned 33 years old to realize like my child's mother doesn't like me because we're not together.
But they'll never admit to that though.
They won't admit it. They won't admit it.
And it's just
but
like,
that's us as men. We like. I mean, now it's to the point where it is what it is. We can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes that situation due to the fact that we are the mature ones. They're still going through coping. They're still going through, they feeling still hurt. They still going through all the emotions and all this other stuff.
This sound like Nate podcast. What's the name of your podcast again?
If you ever get a chance, check out Men vs. Truth vs. Women. I'm on all platforms. Just check me out. But I ain't even promote myself. I'm giving a real talk. I'm giving a real talk because I go through it too.
Nah, I gave you the shameless plug.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. But the thing is, me, I didn't have a child till I was 30, yo. I didn't have a child till I was 30. I was marrying that woman. It didn't work out. Boom, it didn't matter. I keep moving on with my life. They're always going to find some way, shape, and form to corrupt your life because they're not happy due to the fact that some women are never happy. I'm not shooting shade or anything, but that's just reality. It's a lot of women that don't be happy just based off the fact that they're not getting the things they want and they needs when they want them. So that's really what it is.
Just keep fighting for your baby, big dog.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Just keep fighting for your baby, man. Because just being black men and we all, have fathers in our lives. So keep fighting for your baby and do what you need to do, brother. That's at the end of the day, the baby, that's all that matters. Whatever she got going on, that's her business.
And that was the number one thing I made.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell you this, yo. I'm older than you. The number one thing I made a priority was my kids. I made that the priority. It was a problem for me to make that a priority as well. So when I made that a priority and they realized I wasn't on their mess, that's when I brought the courts in. I'm like, all right, whatever, what you want to do? Because at the end of the day, my baby coming with me. That's what you got to, that's the only thing you got to do. You ain't got to fight with them. Don't fight with them. That's our secondary source. They can either solve the problem right here or we going in front of a white man. And you really don't want to get a white man in your business, per usual.
That'd be the last.
But at the same time, sometimes it's necessary because some women just go that far.
Got to.
So I mean, just keep fighting. Like John said, I'm still fighting.
Don't keep fighting, bobbing and weaving.
Bobbing and weaving, do whatever you do. Throw the what we was talking about this weekend. Throw the jab. Right. Keep throwing the jab. We gonna talk about that?
Yeah. Speaking of throwing the jab, a sport that I know you familiar with, the big bro introduced you to early on, boxing. We had a lot going on in the past month. Had the great Tyson Fury.
Yeah, man.
Been his heavyweight title. Looks like he's retiring now. And the Charlo twins. We had, technically he's little bruh, even though they twins.
Yeah.
Unified at 154 division. Man, what do you think about the state of boxing right now? You got any favorite fighters you watching right now?
Oh, yeah. Bud. Terrence Crawford.
Oh, Bud fan. God,
love Bud.
Cousins run together.
I got Bud being Earl, man. I take all bets.
Oh, here we go.
Bud will be Earl.
Like I said, there's blood and there's family. So we had that debate on here. This guy's all Errol Spence.
Are you Errol Spence?
Yeah,
okay, now look. I like the Earl a lot.
So what rattled your opinion?
Styles make fights.
Okay.
And I feel like his style for that fight.
Which one?
with Bud. And then I said,
oh, if they fight?
And yeah.
Okay.
And then when they both fought Porter, Bud really demonstrated. Or if Earl didn't get that knockdown and show it on the cards, that would have been a split decision. Earl would have lost that fight.
I can see a draw. I ain't gonna say.
I like Earl though. I really like him.
I can see a draw, but I ain't gonna see loss.
He real like.
He connected a lot
basic.
of the punch count really told it though in that fight.
Did. He beat the shit out of Ugas though.
Yeah.
I like Gervonta. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Tank.
Shakur probably another one of my favorite.
You like Shakur?
Yeah, he beating Haney by a long shot. He beat.
Oh yeah. No. He got
outboxes
Haney.
Gervonta.
He got Haney. I give you Haney.
He outboxes Gervonta.
No, Tank hit too hard.
Oh man, he might not be able to touch. Tank might not be able to touch him like.
Shout out to everybody. My birthday coming up. I'm gonna show the fight at the bar too. So
I would go check it out.
Yeah. So Tank just hit too hard. Tank hit hard, man.
Tank get hit.
The way he did Santa Cruz let me know. Oh, he can change. He can change a fight real quick. That was like devastating. Like I'm like, I didn't see this being like
Santa Cruz got hard, man. That was impressive.
That was impressive. Like he changed the fight with that actual shot. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought he died.
No.
Ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he did.
I know boxing, but I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Now you know when the ref is immediately.
Yeah, when they immediately telling the doctor hey, get in here. We got an issue. It just kind of was like, I don't know. That was kind of
Who y'all like
rough.
on the heavyweight side though? Besides, who y'all liked on the heavyweight side? Fury, my favorite.
If Fury is retiring, I'm done. One of the few guys that actually do mess with Anthony Joshua. I like Joshua. I think distractions and him not, really focusing in the ring and trying to be that international
takes away from him.
Yeah.
His chin scared me though.
Yep.
The whole fight could change with him with one punch.
Yeah.
Like
it could.
We seen that with Klitschko.
But he wasn't supposed to lose to Ruiz.
Nah, he wasn't. Couldn't believe Ruiz even pulled. He was hurt.
But you know what? Now you know what Ruiz did that fight was he trained to the tier that fight.
But y'all know he was an Olympian fighter too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely was. That's why I said Ruiz he trained. He went back to Olympic mode for that title fight. Yeah. And then the fight after that, he wasn't well prepared.
That motherfucker walked in the fight.
Yeah, he walked in. He walked in with a Budweiser.
But look, though, he could still end up like Lennox. Lennox is the only one that I know of that retired, and he only had 2 losses, and he avenged both those losses.
For sure.
So he got a fight coming up with Usyk.
Yeah.
Who was that?
The guy that took all his belts.
Took the belts.
Lennox Lewis?
No.
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
he got a rematch.
No, he'd be the only person like Lennox Lewis to avenge all his losses.
So if he was to beat Usyk and get his belts back. But
I don't see it.
It also depends on what the Bronze Bomber's doing, man. Is he done?
Bum.
I think he is.
He's a bum?
He's a bum.
I ain't gonna call him a bum.
He has no boxing IQ. He has no boxing skill. He relies on a left hand, the 1-2, the right hand. He sucks. I'm sorry. I hate it. I don't hate on him. He's not good.
Here's the thing. Y'all know I don't. When y'all talk about boxing, I kind of black out a little bit. I'm not a boxing guy, but that's the first thing I said to Alex. I said, he looks like a hell of an athlete, but he don't like a boxer.
Yeah, for sure. He does.
He don't like a boxer. That's the first thing I said.
Knockout artist.
And
he walked
right
into
now,
a boxing
we ain't had a
gym.
knockout artist like this since Mike.
But see, the crazy thing
But he
about
walked into a gym at 19 years old.
Yeah,
though.
for sure. Late.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so he
late
missed
blooming.
a lot and was still able to win a bronze medal in the Olympics and become heavyweight champ of the world for 5 years. That's got to count.
I mean, and you beat, how many people you beat? 45 guys?
It was 41.
41. You beat 41 guys and don't lose. You can't pick 41 guys off the street and beat 41 guys.
And you know this because you know this because you're not a boxer. How much more pressure does it add each fight that you got to get a knockout?
Right.
For sure.
Step into the ring.
Right.
And he literally knocks
and right
somebody
now,
out every time.
And it's not that the fact that he's a bum. He's in his head right now. You just lost to Fury, what, twice?
Really 3 times.
And it was not.
I mean, 3 times. But I'm gonna give him his credit. The first one was a draw, so he lost to him twice. But you lost to him twice, and then the way you lost.
Yeah.
Knocked out.
That's really,
He's in
sleep
right now.
Both
then
times.
You knocked Fury down several times, and he got up. You know what that does to your mind?
That's the part that's in his head.
Yeah.
Because usually when
that's like,
when
oh
Wilder
my
hits
gosh.
you done.
That's like, oh my gosh, this man is dead. And he came back to life.
It was this, God forgive me, because I don't want to talk about addiction. But it was a comedian that made a joke. He was like, bro, heroin and cocaine ain't knock Fury out.
No.
You about to do that?
You think you about to knock him out? Yeah. It's over.
If you can recover from being dependent on drugs and being obese like he was, close to,
400 pounds?
400 pounds or whatever.
Drugs?
Bro, you indestructible. Yeah.
He was on coke.
Yeah.
That's
After he left
originally
wrestling, he
why
was
he
on
got
coke.
suspended and had to give his
He about
belts
to go
up.
right back to that coke. He done made a lot of money. That nigga about to retire.
So what was said is he's got exhibition fights lined up. He's got like 3 or 4 people that want to fight him in exhibitions.
Yeah, so he gonna do that Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
thing.
he on the
That
floor,
made
and
me
you got to think Tyson Fury's older. He's 40. He almost 40. So it's about time to sit down. He understands that. And his wife made it clear, hey, it's time to sit down.
To wrap up the boxing talk, though, there is a cat in the heavyweight, and I'm sorry his name is slipping my mind, from Toledo.
Yeah. I just seen what was that?
Baby something.
Yeah. Yep. You talking about this? Yeah.
It might be next.
Yeah. Tough.
That is.
And his
I can't remember.
Yeah. We'll look it up when you're done.
Baby something. I know who you talking about too.
But he might be next.
He had a crazy knockout.
Yeah.
The ball head dude made him drop. He was
Yeah.
asleep. Him like a hook or something. It was crazy.
It'd be nice to see another Ohio guy stay focused, and get it done. But I know you watch hoop too, man.
Yeah, man. I just really started getting into on the hoop crazy, like really watching it, because I do a little sports betting here and there. Not too much though, just more so having fun with it.
So out of the Final Four that's left in the conference finals,
Gerard Anderson. I'm sorry.
Gerard Anderson, big baby. So the Eastern Conference Finals right now is Miami. And
Yeah.
Boston. We got a Boston.
Yeah. Talk about it.
I'm a
Al.
Lakers fan, so
Go ahead and talk about it, Al. You can't deny us now. Go ahead and talk about it.
I got in the finals. I got the Celtics and
Yeah. You see that?
Luka and the Celtics. They going to the finals.
You got Luka beating the Splash Brothers.
Hey, and shout out to Coach Cam. He been harassing me. Talking about,
They
hey,
gonna
Luka
beat
was the
them.
dark horse.
Hey.
All right, Cam, you got
It's
it.
gonna be an
Goodness
upset,
gracious.
brother. That's
Hey,
what happens
got
in
it.
sports.
I don't think Luka gonna beat Golden State, but Luka's a dog, bro.
He
You don't
is.
really think they're gonna be
For
Golden
sure,
State?
he
I think
definitely
they gonna
is.
go to Game 7.
I hate all the Luka fans, but the boy a dog. I ain't gonna take it away from him.
Celtics beat the Heat 4-2.
That snarl he had on
6
his face
games.
when he hit Cuz with
And
that
he laughing
step
every
back,
time
bruh.
he hitting jumpers.
Harry Jones.
He laughed after every jumper.
I got a question. I got a question for you, Al, because I'm gonna say who he reminds me of. Who does Luka game remind you of?
Dirk Nowitzki.
No.
I'm gonna let Al go, and I'm gonna tell you who he remind me of.
Souped up Tony Kukoc. I don't know.
To me, this is just me. He reminds me of 2 guys. One of the guys, maybe not, but he reminds me of Paul Pierce.
Oh, you was reading my goddamn
He
mind.
reminds me of Paul Pierce.
He was reading my
And
mind.
He doesn't have the athletic ability of the second person when he first came out, but I say Melo. He reminds me of Melo and Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
For sure.
I definitely, you was reading my mind when you said, I was thinking the truth. I'll talk about he ain't
reminds me of Paul
athletic,
Pierce.
but he know he could kill.
I'm gonna give Luka his respect. Like, it's kind of hard for me to compare him to anybody, to be honest. Like,
He's different.
I don't know that I've seen this. Like,
Yeah.
He's a
it's just
one. That's the
different.
difference between him and Paul Pierce. He's a one. He's a floor general. He know how to find anybody on the floor. Paul Pierce couldn't do that.
But I gotta go with the experience though.
What
like,
about Dirk Nowitzki?
Nah.
I don't mean to cut you off, cuz.
No. But the thing is, go ahead.
Well-
with the dirt. Yeah, the dirt. I don't.
He has range like Dirk, but they just 2 different games, man.
Yeah, it's
Just-
2 different games.
Dirk wasn't real athletic, was he?
No.
No, Dirk was
his fadeaway was off the wrong foot. Now it went in,
Yeah.
so you can't say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Dirk got
And
him
he
a
mastered
ring.
it.
He got him a ring. He beat D Wade, LeBron, and
With
Chris
the coach
Bosh,
that's at Dallas. With the coach
the
at Dallas.
first year of the Dream Team. So you got to give it to Dirk. But I think Luka's in his own lane, man.
He is, for sure. I give you that. The thing is, my only issue with Luka, he takes a high volume of shots. Very high volume. He averages like 30 shots
yeah.
in the game.
He's one of them guys that's gonna shoot you in the game or shoot you out.
Yeah, he go either shoot
But
you in
who
or
else
shoot you
on
out.
Dallas are you worried about taking the shots over him? So, I mean, it works out.
Nope, because
right
Jalen
now.
Brunson done fell right back in his lane.
Jalen Brunson.
He didn't fell back in his lane though.
I don't know. I got to go with the Splash Brothers and Draymond because I'm gonna go with experience. They've been there.
Over
done
the
it.
young boys,
They
yeah.
good to choke a game a few. They good.
But if they can get one without KD, because we had this argument with a few followers on here. So,
Yeah,
I think that would solidify them,
for sure.
as a real
yeah,
dynasty.
as a real dynasty.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? To get one
I agree.
without KD.
Now I'm gonna say out of the West, it's Golden State. I'm not gonna give a prediction for the East because right now I feel like it's even. Like, cause right now with all the depth that the Miami Heat has and the depth that y'all have with the Celtics, it's gonna be a knockdown drag out.
So, and this is my thing, John. I agree with you. I can't be biased in this series.
It's gonna be a knockdown drag out, bro.
This the bubble all over. Where did we go? We went. Did we go 7 in the bubble with Miami? Yeah, we took them to 7.
Yeah, in the bubble. It was either 6 or 7.
It was 6 or 7. Yeah, we took them 6 or 7 in the bubble. I feel like it's the same thing. Same team, just some additions. Victor Oladipo is going to be the X factor of this series.
Hold on. I've said this a number of times on this program, so it's not going to change. Only thing from Boston I like is New Edition. But I got to give y'all some credit. And your boy that you always coming down on, Marcus Smart, makes key plays every game.
Give him his respect, cuz.
For y'all to get that
all right. I'll say what I say. I'll say what I say.
Flashy.
He had 10 assists last game. I'll give him that. He cost us a game that we could have closed out. That's my issue. Yeah. That was my issue with it. Like, so I was angry. I was being a fan. I was a Celtic fan at that point. He cost it. That's how I was feeling. I was mad. I was upset.
That game, it shouldn't have came.
I was mad. I was mad because I'm like, bro, that was the game we needed.
Nate, like we said,
then they blow a 15-point lead.
That game shouldn't have came down to that.
And 2 key turnovers at the end of the game when we up.
That miss off that free throw, that miss rebound.
And not getting that rebound.
It shouldn't have came down to that.
No.
You know me, I'm always the type to say, man, one play does not decide a game. Now, it might matter more than other plays.
One band, one sound, Al. One band,
There you go.
one sound.
You know, that's like this Hurricane fan still holding on to this.
I'm holding
I
on
can't
that.
wait for football.
I'm holding on that to the death. Until Miami get another championship, you go hear my mouth.
Well, let me tell you one thing. Because you got on one thing I need you to know. Green is for the money.
Here you go.
And gold is for the honey. So that's a Celtic quote. I'm telling y'all.
You said Oladipo gonna be the X factor, man. I think it's gonna be Brown for y'all.
Yeah, for us.
And for them, I think it's gonna be Hero and Duncan for them.
Robinson.
Because I don't think Oladipo there yet.
Duncan Robinson don't get the minutes he won in this series. Duncan Robinson don't get the minutes he won in this series. He's leaving. I'm gonna let y'all know that now.
For sure.
Because he's up for it's contract year for him. Him and Tyler Hero, they gotta figure out who they gonna pay. This is the year they gotta do that.
Let me get my plug. You could always go to New York and play at the Garden. or you could go out west to what's it called, the crypto.com center now. Throw on that purple and gold. We need reinforcements in both situations. So
the Lakers will be shipping out some stuff to get some money to see if they can get another shoe.
let me tell you something. Boss Lady's gonna get it done, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of people giving heat to Jeannie Buss. Let me tell you something. There's nobody more qualified to run that organization than Jeannie Buss.
Jeannie ain't never ran
with her
either.
dad every day. Just 2 years ago, you had a ring. Let's not forget that, even though it was in the bubble. You know, so
I still say, and I'm gonna say this too, because a lot of people was trying to say the bubble ring don't count. It's harder in the bubble.
Come on, man, stop that.
And here's the
harder in the bubble.
I don't do. Hold on, Big John. I don't do asterisks, and I need to say that because there's a lot of. I won't say no names, but
just
even
like the Spurs.
Milwaukee Bucks fans. Well, you know, Middleton was out. Yep. Okay.
It's still a ring happening.
And if Kenyon Martin ever got hurt, UC would have won the title.
That's a national championship.
You can always say coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you got to go with the people that's out there.
For sure.
Right. And the only thing I hate is, and speaking of a guy that I admire and I love, even with Shaq was like, he don't count it. But are you going to take Tim Duncan's ring away for that short season when he won?
For the lockout,
you ain't going to take that out.
Phil Jackson always took that away. He always said it should have been an asterisk.
But if your Lakers pulled it out that year, they wouldn't took that away.
Quick. So let's explain.
They played the whole season, though.
Hold on, y'all. Let's explain this real quick. So, there was a season back, what was that?
99.
99. And so
the lockout year.
99, 98. There was a lockout. So the players went on strike because they were waiting for compensation.
It was after MJ's last title.
That was MJ's last one. So they went on a lockout and all the teams shut down because they didn't want to play due to the fact they was waiting on the dollar amount. That's why the dollar amount's so high now for players.
And they had a little 50-game schedule.
Yeah.
So people were saying that range shouldn't have counted.
And they only had 50 games. They only played 50 games. So they played half of an NBA season. And they ended up winning the championship. Spurs ended up beating your New York Knicks.
Respect.
Hey,
Ain't been back since, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston.
Latrell Sprewell. He was
And I look,
for sure.
I like that New York team too, but I also
Marcus Camby.
He gets mad at me that I'm a Tim Duncan fan. He hates that.
Tone is too. So
boring,
Tone give him heat too, man. Tone give him
Look,
heat.
he might be the greatest power forward of all time. In fact, I'm gonna say that he is, but it's just boring. When you talk professional sports, there is entertainment value that's needed.
Yeah.
But you know his name was the big fundamental for a reason, brother.
Who you talking about?
Tim Duncan.
I'll take Chuck and Chris Webber all day. Rasheed Wallace out there.
I like the Rasheed Wallace.
I'm gonna take this bank shot.
The bank shot was terrifying, bro.
I will put this butt on you, back you down, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So look, people, again, Factual Opinions Podcast, we want to thank Cuzzo for stopping through, blessing us.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Young Yoda, please follow him on IG. Keep the music out there. Too many hustles to be broke. You can follow us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Podcasts. Please follow us on IG and Facebook as well. We're going to get out of here. This is I Am Pharaoh. Tuning in with the Brown Bruce Wayne, Will West, the best Nate, and Cuzzo.
Yes, Lord.
We'll try to do it better next time.
Yes, sir.